What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So I've been getting a lot of negative feedback when it comes to my proposal. And the reason being, right, it's currently at a massive no vote, which I expected. I didn't expect it to pass. I did expect a lot of, regular investors to kind of change their vote. But then again, if these validators truly have the pool that they have, they can keep a lot of these people kind of in check. No offense to anybody that believes a certain way because of these validators. They do a great job at, continuing to push a certain message. They'll push that I'm about taking away transparency, and they will continue to say it and continue to say it until people believe it. Right? That's just the way that they work. They did the same thing with the fact that the burn tax takes away volume, even though as you had a higher burn tax, you had more volume, but they decided to display it in a different way to show you a little picture of what happened before the implementation of the 1.2% burn tax and after. But they didn't also factor in the fact that majority of people were moving on chain because of staking, and then once staking hit capacity, that's when you saw the burn tax really get implemented. They neglect to show that. But they like to display their message, and they're going to continue to display that message, even though afterwards you can see the burn tax go down and the overall volume still decreases. And the burn tax goes up to 0.5 and the volume increases. So it shows the opposite of what they're saying. But the point of the matter is that I'm getting a lot of negative feedback on this proposal. And this proposal was to hide voting results until the end. Not hide voting results overall, which is what they're pushing. Hide voting results until the end. So that when I am, let's say I'm a 10% validator and I see that no votes are winning and it's a 30% no vote and a 10% yes vote, or a 20% yes vote, and you have the ability to tie it up or make it kind of push more towards the yes vote, you decide to go abstain because you don't want to be a major impact to the overall decision. I don't want that. I want them to be able to vote and vote for themselves and not just throw abstain votes out there. Also, I wanted to eliminate abstain voting because majority of things that have been passed, if you look at all the things that are passed, they pass with 20, 30, 40, even 50% like abstain voting. It's crazy to see this much abstain voting that goes into a lot of these plays. And to see that much abstain voting and still see something pass, like you either vote yes or no, right? That's the way that it should go. And I don't care if it's going to pass. I don't care if it doesn't pass. It should be a yes or no vote, and that's it, right? Maybe a no with veto if you have any scam proposals that are out there. But anyone that disagrees with something, you either vote yes or no, right? So that was my proposal. Very simply put, they like to put it as I'm being less transparent and I want to make sure that people can hide their votes when that's not the case. They're hiding votes from the people that see who's winning, because once they see who's winning, people will vote that way because that's the way that things go historically. But I'm getting, like I said, negative feedback where I have certain validators that are saying, I came out of nowhere and I haven't been a part of this community. I think people need to understand that I've been a part of this community since the crash, since before the crash. Like it started to crash a little bit, and I saw the opportunity. Everybody else saw it as a falling knife. I was one of the early investors into it as it hit the lowest point that it possibly could hit. And I wanted to invest more money, but I couldn't. So I've been a part of this for a while. I've been a part of a lot of votes when it comes to implementing the 1.2% burn tax, staking, when it comes to even implementation of the 0.6 and 0.5 or whatever it is, right? All of the different proposals there, I voted on a lot of them. Now, did I implement any proposals? Did I do anything to code anything or anything like that? No, I don't have the experience to do that. But you know what I do have? I understand popularity. I understand Terra Luna Classic. I understand where we needed to go in order to recover. And we haven't gone there, and we're moving further and further away from there. So one proposal I did implement was the buy button. And things get shot down in the things that you are doing and the connections that you end up making. Those connections end up falling through because of some sort of narrative that other people do say. But the point is that we had the ability to implement these things, but we can't get those things implemented as we have certain changes that happen within the network and different changes in the station wallet, the Terra station wallet, to the upgrade that it did have. The point is with that is that it still could be done and probably still will be done. And I'm not taking away from when I say validators are kind of hurting this chain in different posts. I'm not taking away from the fact that they've implemented some really, really cool things, some really, really great things. I'm not taking away from that. But these validators and all the new validators that are creating alliances in order to build up a larger amount of the vote to swing it one way or the other, those are the people that are destroying the chain. The validators that are choosing to vote abstain, those are the ones that are voting or destroying the chain because they don't decide that they want to vote. They're not actually for the classic community. They're for their own financial gain that's there, as well as the other validators. It's about having control. It's about implementing some sort of NFTs. It's about so many things that help them out, but it's not about helping Terra Luna Classic out. The thing that we need to do, and I've said this from the start, is that Terra Luna Classic needs to burn down the supply of Terra Luna Classic as well as USTC. We need to see those things burn, and we should be pushing for every exchange, all volume, to do so. But they push for utility to be a thing, right? Nobody wants to build on this chain if you don't have the volume to, kind of end up giving them some sort of profit, right? If they're building, they want to see some sort of profit out of it. But if there's only $100,000 that's going into this on chain every day, there's not much room for you to make money after implementing whatever you wanted to implement, right? So utility is not going to be a way right now. Can we focus or can we have utility? Yes, we can. But we should be focused on every single aspect of this chain burning off Terra Luna Classic and USTC, but we're not. And as I go through some of these things, they say that I'm engagement farming as I try to gain as much traction as possible. Yeah, I do put out videos where I talk about certain things, but I truly believe these things. I truly believe that Terra Luna Classic is going to get to a certain level. I truly believe that Terra Luna Classic has a lot of popularity. I truly believe that burning is a big deal. When we have the larger burns, we should make it a big deal because it creates FOMO into the play. And I want to see the support for Terra Luna Classic and investors make a lot of money. Absolutely. But I'm not the one that's doing it for my own financial gain. I'm doing it for more educational purposes, as well as, in the end, my first goal is to recover. Then it's more of trying to improve, and then it's more of trying to gain something out of it, out of my efforts. Absolutely. But am I looking to gain everything and just say F everybody else? I could have done that. I could have already taken $30,000 from this at the peak point, right? But I didn't decide to do that because I know of what Terra Luna Classic can be if we decide to go on a certain path. But we're choosing to go down multiple paths. All of them lead to a brick wall, and then we have to turn around and start all over. The problem is that we're not turning around. We're just trying to dig sideways, right? We're staying over here trying to be like, oh, well, you know what? We can support this, but we also have to try and focus on this a little bit. So let's just dig sideways while still having access over here. That's not how things work, right? And I think one person said something that I'm trying to see what they said. But basically they said, I was an early believer, and you said you bought some Luna at approximately $44. I bought it $43. You were planning to become a millionaire from that. I'm not planning to become a Terra Luna Classic millionaire. I have certain levels that I plan to sell at as an investor, but if that does happen, then that's fantastic. That would be great. But people said, and this is going around for some reason, that I left. I want to know, when the hell did I leave? Because I didn't leave Terra Luna Classic not one bit. I didn't sell any. I gave Terra Luna Classic away. I give Terra Luna Classic away sparingly, right? Occasionally I'll give it away. You can ask a couple of people. I gave away $1 million right before it ended up running up to, 27 or 2.7% of a penny, which was $270 for that $1 million. I still gave it away after it already ran, right? And I gave it away before it ran, right? Because I'm not salty about that. I'm happy to give to people that watch me. I'm happy to give to the people that love Terra Luna Classic. And if they sold it or if they kept it, it doesn't matter. The point is that I'm giving to them because I care about them. It's not about me. If it was for my financial gain, I would have kept that $270. It's $270. That's a decent amount. Everybody was like, "Oh, you're giving away $200 just like that." And I'm like, I told them I would give them $1 million no matter how far this runs. I'm giving them $1 million, right? So I care about Terra Luna Classic. I care about the growth. And to say that I left is ridiculous. I never left. I still held on to this position. I've always held on to this position. And I've talked about it at least 3 times a month. At least 3 times a month. Most times I'm talking about it multiple times in a day. Today, I'm talking about it 2 times in a day. It's crazy, right? So I don't know. There's a lot of people that, may not be fans of this proposal, and I'm okay with that. You don't have to be fans of the proposal. I didn't expect validators to be fans of the proposal. But to say that I don't understand Terra Luna Classic is ridiculous when I'm one of the first people that believed in this project, in this chain, and the recovery of that. And I still believe in that to happen, but not at the current path that we are going. If we continue on this current path, then Terra Luna Classic growing to some of these levels of like $1 and back to all-time highs is kind of completely out the window. I still believe, though, that Terra Luna Classic will have a lot of hype. And the reason why is because it has popularity now. It has like the amount of popularity of like a meme coin. So as you see in the altcoin season, Terra Luna Classic is going to run as well out of nowhere, just like it did in December, but a lot more into multiple billions of dollars, maybe even tens of billions of dollars. And I'm thinking that we could see this push up to being worth close to a penny, meaning that it would be up to a 50 or $60 billion market cap. This is for something that has potential, that has popularity, that has meme-like movement. And I truly believe that it's going to get up there, which will give a lot of people a ton of value, even myself. But if we find a way to burn down the supply sparingly, as we have exchanges, we can focus on these exchanges and say, hey, let's do this. But nobody wants to do that. For what reason? So I've been all about this, and I'm not taking anything away from these validators that are working very hard to get these things done, or builders that are working hard to get these things done, devs that are working hard to get these things done. I'm not taking anything from them. What I am taking things from are the validators that solely became a validator just to build alliances so that they can have control over Terra Luna Classic. Those are the validators that I'm talking about, as well as the validators that are voting abstain. Because you voting abstain is like a validatorship having 0% of people that are staking. And you could say, oh, people can go against that. Majority of people are not going against their validator. There's a lot of people that don't even know how to vote. And you're telling me that they're only in there to stake and gain whatever they can gain. They don't care about any votes that go through. But the validators are voting whatever way they want. And if they vote abstain, it's like a 0 vote. It's like your vote doesn't even matter. And that's what I have a problem with. So am I saying that this proposal should pass or will pass? No, I believe it won't. It affects validators in a large way, and they won't be able to see which way they can swing it or not swing it. It affects them in a huge way. So no, they're not going to vote yes on it. But I wanted to see the percentage of people that back it, which there are a large percentage of actual people, not validators, literally billions that are going into this that vote yes. That's crazy to me. That shows me that people, because there's no validators that voted yes, that people are agreeing with this, but validators, not so much. So it's kind of interesting to me, right? Guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more of these videos. There's a lot more to come from this, and I feel like I'm all over the place with this, but hopefully I did make sense and gave you something to look into as we talk about Terra Luna Classic. But I've been for Terra Luna Classic for a long time. I've been a part of Terra Luna Classic for a long time. And honestly, this is the first time that I've made any type of t-shirts for Terra Luna Classic. So if you guys want to go and get yourself a t-shirt for Terra Luna Classic, I got mine coming soon. feel free to go ahead and get that. It's in my store down below, or you can get one for Jasmy or XRP or Caspa or whatever other one that you see that's over there. But also, if you guys want to check out Margex, feel free to go and trade on Margex. I've been trading on Margex recently for a while, which looks like BTC is pushing back up, which is definitely a good thing. Yeah, go ahead and check it out. You can trade on leverage if you want to. But I'm going to get out of here, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.